Hey everybody, welcome to NUR 3103. My name is Dr. Gast and I'll be your instructor for this semester. For most of you, this is the first class in the RN to BSN program. This is our first class in the progression, and I just wanted to walk you through D2L and what things look like. Down here you can see a picture of me, my name, office phone number, cell phone number, my office hours. Those may change for spring, so check in. This might be different after you watch this video. But here's my email. Email is the best way to get a hold of me. You can call my office phone, but my office hours vary. I often teach in the traditional program, and there are a couple days that I work from home. So really the easiest way to get a hold of me is via email. It comes right to my phone. You can call me on my cell phone, but I prefer that you don't text me. As a last-ditch effort, if you need to call me on my cell phone, that's fine. Up here, you can get to content, which is going to take us into the class. You can see your syllabus here. And then I've included a calendar. Now, I just did January in this calendar, but I just wanted to point out how some of our classes work. We're 7-week classes, so things are fast. They're fast and furious. So I wanted to make sure you understood how assignments were due. So I outlined it for just January. I didn't do any other months, but this will give you an idea of how things work. First day of class. Oh, this moved it for me. Okay, let me move this over. Hold on. When I uploaded it, it became different. Here's my Word document. First day of class is January 9th. Your welcome discussion board is due on Thursday by midnight. And I'm usually pretty good about putting that in each discussion board. So when you open the discussion board, you can see when it's due. So assignments are always due on Mondays at midnight. And we do that so if you work the weekend, you have Monday to finish things up. But when you do a discussion board, I require that you make an initial post that's due on Thursday night, and then you have 2 responses to your classmates, which are due on Monday. So I tried to outline that here. So this is week 1, the 9th through the 13th. All of your assignments for week 1 are due on the 16th. Okay, so week 2 is here. The first discussion board is due on Thursday night. Your responses to your classmates would be due on Monday, as well as any other assignments that are assigned that week. You may have a paper or other items that are due that week in the Dropbox. So that's how our calendar works. The only other week that's an exception is the last week. The week 7 is a short week, and I make sure and post that in week 7. Everything is due on Friday that week because I have to have grades in. I'll remind you of that as the semester goes on. Like I said, your welcome discussion is due on Thursday. Ignore these dates. They will be January dates. You are to interact with your classmates. So where do you live, your schooling, what do you like to do, what are your feelings about this course? And then I want you to email me through Panther Mail. Let me know you've logged into the course and if you have any issues. We have to know if everyone has been logged in by Friday, otherwise you'll be dropped from the course. And what that does, it prevents you from having to pay for the course if you haven't logged in. And the reason why we drop you is because it's a 7-week course. So if you haven't gotten in the first week, you're already behind. Textbooks. Some of you may not have your textbooks yet, and that's normal. Sometimes the textbook rental is behind. If that's the case, you need to call the bookstore, and I have that under week 1. Call the bookstore if you haven't received your textbook. You don't need your book for the first week of class, but you will need it from there on out. So week 1, you will not need your textbook. In this course, we're going to talk a lot about APA and getting you guys on track as far as APA goes. As a faculty, we have really found that students struggle with APA, and that's the biggest feedback I get from students is that they don't understand APA. So that's a lot of what week 1 is about, and we'll continue to work on it throughout the semester. There are 2 papers due in this class. I recently juggled things around to hopefully make that a little bit smoother. The first paper is actually going to be due in week 2. It's a philosophy paper, so it's really your nursing philosophy. There's a example paper there for you to look at. It's not something that I can really mark you off on for what you think your philosophy is. It's more just writing professionally, making things flow, and using the correct APA format. And there are no references for that, so it should be a fairly, I don't want to say easy assignment, but stress-free assignment. One other thing I want to point you towards is this advising folder. If you're new to the program, you may have met Miss Lindsay Roberts already. She's our advisor for our program. You can make an appointment with her using the link here, or you can call her office. Um, what our typical rule is that you meet with her once to get your plan in place, which you may have already done. And then from there on out, you can email her to get your PIN number to register for classes. So that's new. We just started requiring PIN numbers for classes. So you cannot sign up for classes unless you have a PIN number. Registration usually is open sometime in March. So that's when you'll start. March for the spring and October for the fall. So that's when you'll start reaching out to Lindsay. But if you need anything else, you're more than welcome to email Lindsay or email myself. Like I said, I am the director of the program here. So I can usually answer your questions if you have questions about our program and specifically about this class. So that should be a pretty good tour of what to expect as far as NUR 3103 goes. As always, please keep in contact with me via email. D2L is a little bit different now. You can't send emails back and forth in D2L. It's all going through Panther Mail. I think you can send it in D2L, but no one can respond. It'll automatically kick it to Panther Mail. So it's really important that we use that email. That's part of the reason why I put that in your welcome discussion post for you to email me. That'll just get us started, get us off on the right foot. Any questions you have or how I can help you. So if anything comes up during the semester, if you need help, don't hesitate to reach out and email me. I'm happy to work with you. I want to get you through this class and I want you to be successful. Thanks, guys.